fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Damn.
Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. Sorry, bro, rest in peace. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out? In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
But Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
I don't know.
The murderer, of course.
Excuse me, that's...
Yep.
The murderer, of course.
Objection! I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of your hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL-6 case incident. Look closely. Try case summary page.
The case summary? That's on page 1. Wait, let me see here. What's he talking about? Elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of incident. No clues found on the scene? What? Is that what he's talking about? Okay, weird.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
Yeah, well, we're looking at a photo that says otherwise, bro. Huh.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times.
Except, who was the one who evaluated the evidence? Was it you?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, were you the head of the prosecutor's office at that time? Were you the one leading the investigation?
Oh, sure.
Well, because if he's like the district attorney at that time, I mean, yeah, the prosecuting office works with the police department. That's why Gumshoe rides Edgeworth's butt all the time.
Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Here we go.
Oh, wait, but this is the one that was found in his heart. So then what's the other one? This is from the other, this isn't the same, this is not from the DL-6 incident.
Maybe you go up.
No, that's from the other stuff. Okay.
He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found.
Unless the bullet taken from his... I mean, what? Did he take one of the bullets, put it in the guy's heart, and then take the other bullet? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna stop thinking.
Why?
Probably because you stole it, bitch.
Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son.
Ugh.
Excuse me. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. If it was undoubtable, something else... God, I can't...
If it was undoubtable, something else that made the bullet hole in the door.
Order! I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven to us quite clearly that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet was not found.
Oh, you mean this one? No, it seems like that's not the same bullet.
It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet.
Well, yeah, because it was on purpose. It goes all the way up to the top.
So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's case.
Well, so the ballistic markings are on that bullet, so would it show if it was like the second one fired?
I don't know.
I don't know how bullets work.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Now wipe that smile off your face, mister. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? No, you're Phoenix Wright, damn it, not Phoenix wrong. Have I been wrong about this whole incident? No, there's nothing wrong with believing in your friend Phoenix. What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Yeah, and not by accident. This guy's fucking rigging the cards. Come on. Nick.
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident.
No.
Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime.
No.
That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
No.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing with Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to this trial so far?
Oh, is he about to quiz us? Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections? No.
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did.
Bro!
Sorry, I can't. It's instinct.
Man, you really gonna steal this emotional Edgeworth line from me right now? Yes, I did. Oh no! He's confessing! Oh.
Very well. The statute of limitations on murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. So intense, indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I bet the music is going hella bleep, bloop, bloop right now, but we can't hear it. I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright?
Yeah, let's raise an objection. I mean, why not? What else? What do we have to lose? Seriously. I don't know what I'm objecting, but Your Honor, I object.
God, it's so good. Mr. Wright, what grounds do you object?
Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Mia, it must exist. The second bullet. Oh! What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it.
It seems waiting is not going to pronounce any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. Just hold on a gosh darn tootin' finger licking minute. The second bullet. It exists.
What?
I like how the screen shook.
But we've just heard proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. But come on, hear me out here. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. Yep.
But who?
The murderer.
The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer?
I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal who took the second bullet, why would he?
Well, the case is pretty perfect right now, and it lines up perfectly against Edgeworth, so I feel like that makes enough sense. Huh?
First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright.
True.
Was there a pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
Yeah, so we could freaking, make... He had the long con in mind, man. The murderer had to find it.
Yep.
Because if it remained, then this whole case
Of course
crumbles.
there was a need.
Hey, bitch. Of course there was a need. That's why he took it.
Bah! What possible reason could he have had?
We're talking about it right now. The whole glue to this case against Edgeworth is that the second bullet doesn't exist. So you would need to make sure that the second bullet doesn't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with him is... Oh, shit. The bullet was proof the murderer was cautious. The bullet would be proof, yeah, that there was 2 shots. Maybe he thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Or maybe that was the wrong answer.
Proof?
It was a special bullet, so he took it with him.
If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
Huh?
Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired?
Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through?
Uh-oh, did I say the wrong thing? Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to penalize you.
Uh-oh. This isn't going so well.
Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
The murderer had to find it. Well, also, I'm just gonna save here just in case.
Good idea.
Yeah, I don't want to die. So I'm gonna say he had to find it again. Because he did. Of course there was a need. That's why he took it.
Bah, I've already said that.
Okay. Well... Okay, I'm gonna go with the other one. He was cautious. Well... The murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet.
If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well.
This again.
So then he didn't need it?
Yeah, I guess so, which kind of doesn't make sense, but okay, I'll roll with it. Huh?
Why wouldn't he only take one of the shots fired?
Whoops. Oh, right. Oh, Jesus, okay.
It's almost like secondhand embarrassing to watch.
I know, right? Okay, there was... No, he didn't need it. Fine, he didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? Yeah, I guess that would be pretty risky if he stuck around, you know? I haven't got a clue.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright?
Haha.
Bah! The murderer had no reason to take the bullet.
Well, that's what we're saying, right?
You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Isn't that what we tried to do before?
Yeah.
Mr. Wright.
And you probably don't know who that is. That's Mia. She did. But that's his mentor and Maya's older sister.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. Airplane. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? Huh.
The bullets hit the murderer.
Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you'd have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. It's not like you're a grape or anything. Yeah, no. you know? Wait a second. I was just talking bullshit out of my asshole, but what if that's really what happened?
Let me get this straight.
So at the time of the murderer himself was shot. And he left with the second bullet still inside,
Damn.
thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime.
Jesus Christ, how did we get here? Yeah. I guess that's how it would work, yeah.
But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Mrs. Edgeworth and Yanioki, were both unharmed.
Mrs. Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yeah. It was an outside job.
How is this gonna wrap up?
I don't know, man.
There were two men fight inside the elevator.
Oh, I think this is me.
Okay.
The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Okay, sirens outside. Jeez. I bet everything's really loud. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Oh, I bet that's the scream that he heard. Oh, God. Okay. Then it really... Okay, never mind. I won't say that.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known.
You got that right.
I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you are saying.
Beyond all reasonable doubt, bitch.
What are you saying? Deny us! Deny it!
Okay, someone's getting real defensive all of a sudden.
No one was involved with the incident, was wounded. There was no murderer.
Well, except for Edgeworth, which is what you're trying to say. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? Well, hey, we need crazy right now. That's what Mia was saying. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? You can be this guy, too.
Gregory Edgeworth.
Oh, my God.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
Because he was injured.
Yeah.
And so what I was going to say earlier, you know how I joked about Von Karma screaming outside of Edgeworth's window and that's a scream haunting him?
Mm-hmm.
So if Von Karma was the one who got shot, then it really was his screams.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's ever taken in many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL-6 incident! He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth! It was Von Karma!
Do they have proof?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. You seem... dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murder came from the outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. God, should I come out and say it now?
Do it.
Ooh, save it for a better time? Okay, I'm gonna save really quick, just in case it actually causes a thing, but I'm gonna say it now. Maybe I'll get fucked up for it, because I don't really have anything to prove it. So, yeah. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright.
I'll probably chop this episode in half, to be honest.
Yeah, good idea. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
The what?
Von Karma. Von Karma. Because... That's wrong. It's supposed to be Phoenix. Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason?
So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife? Go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated me. Have him testify.
Well, you probably went out of the country, dude. Plus, like, HIPAA laws or whatever. Ugh. Nick! Let's find out whose doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. I bet he didn't even get surgery. He probably didn't undergo surgery at all. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Grr. Nobody's that perfect. I mean, that would make sense why it would take that long to recover, because he's just like healing literally, like naturally.
Yeah.
He'd have to be on major bed rest.
So what, Nick?
Okay. Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Ugh. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where?
Tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence that proves that I was shot?
Is it... Okay, I could say... I don't have evidence. So I'm gonna say...
Impossible to prove.
Yeah, but I'm gonna save it anyway, just because I'm sad.
This is so tense.
It would be impossible to find the doctor who operated on Von Karma now, even if Von Karma did undergo surgery.
Seems like you have finally come to your senses. You realize the truth. You can't prove something that didn't happen.
Ugh. Nick. The court record. There must be something. The court record? What could be in there? God, there's no time. I better think on it as I go. Wait, what's in the court record? Attorney's badge, DL-6 bullet, incident photo, case file, I don't know. Okay. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna save right now.
My heart is like racing so hard right now.
I don't know what evidence to show.
We'll find something.
Oh, wait, that's you.
What? The evidence that proves...
The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Okay, let's think about this. What if I use the metal detector on his body and was just like, hey, you have a bullet in there? No, but, okay.
Remember, she said the court report.
The court record, yeah.
Is it?
This is the court record. So this is all the evidence that we have. So this is the stuff that has to do with the previous case. So that doesn't have to do with us. This is old bullet.
Pistol?
I don't think this is the same gun. Yeah, no, this is from the thing that we found Edgeworth not guilty for. Maybe that. Let's look at this again. Elevator, District Court. Air and elevator was oxygen depleted at the time of the incident. No clues found. Defense attorney trapped in the elevator. One bullet found in heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. Court bailiff trapped with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation after his arrest. Fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Okay. I mean, still bears clear ballistic markings. I don't see how it would be this, but I guess it must either be this or... I mean, would it be crazy if I did the metal detector? That's the only thing I can think of.
Let's try it.
I mean, why do we still have it?
Let's try it. Let's do it.
Because we used this during the investigation period. Why do we still have it?
Let's do it.
I'm scared. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery. leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
Oh yeah, baby.
I do.
I do. I do mean. I mean and I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma.
Is that evidence even possible? For all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out. Swing! Pulls out metal detector. We can use this metal detector! Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Or are you a pussy? Uh-oh. Pussy alert!
I refuse.
Looks like we got a pussy over here.
You refuse? This means...
But refusing this means...
You acknowledge that the bullet isn't still inside you. This is very cathartic. Order! Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today! It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of a metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Ooh.
Boop, boop, boop. Bleep, bleep, beep.
It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Oh my god. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you.
I was afraid this would happen. And so, I remained silent.
Huh?
Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder.
Oh, are you gonna make up some kind of story for this bullshit?
However, it has nothing to do with this incident.
Okay. What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL-6 incident.
Okay, that makes no sense, but okay.
I claim the bullet was in my shoulder has no relation to DL-6.
I mean, he's smart. I guess this is all that he can do, because, like, you can't prove it unless you take it out and match the ballistic markings. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Is that what we about to do? Are we about to perform surgery on a grape?
But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright.
It's true, I'm the one who made the claim.
Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma was from DL-6?
Yeah, if we take it out and look at it.
Of course he can't. You don't have any DL-6 evidence.
That's where you're wrong, bucko. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday, bitch.
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime.
This is where Maya comes in and swoops
So
in.
sorry, Mr. Wright.
Because we got something.
No.
No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. Except I'm not sorry at all.
What?
You were close. Hold on, there's a plane. One day away from freedom. You see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL-6 incident with this. And here's my final proof.
This?
Yep.
That's a bullet? Where did you get that?
This is the bullet used in the DL-6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
Thanks, Judge. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. And 2, the other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed. Why are you Phoenix, are you okay? In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. What, you 2 chicken? Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Oh, it wasn't even a question, damn. You will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma?
Did he die?
I don't know. That scream. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no, I was right. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Stop biting. Get away. Get away from my dad. Bang. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma? Only you would dare to betray me.
So it was you.
You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed on me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death.
Jesus. 15 years earlier.
Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma.
Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you.
I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth. It was a shock. It was a shock like none I've never ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure.
Damn, he got triggered really hard.
Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed a button, and nothing happened.
Oh yeah, sure. Play the, oh, I was like so upset that I like totally didn't know what happened, dude card.
Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all laying unconscious from the oxygen deprivation. Much surprise, surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny.
Merry Christmas.
In the last moment, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious.
And that's why the ghost couldn't pin on who it was.
He died, never knowing who had shot him.
So yeah, Misty wasn't wrong, but...
Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi.
Which kind of makes sense, because, like, there's 3 people in the elevator, you know?
He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
you were innocent. You are innocent.
Oh, Edgeworth, you let that guilt off your shoulders, baby.
As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty. Yay!
Is this the finale to the...
No, there's one more case after this, actually. But this
That
is
is
like
all.
this is the big hitter.
The court is adjourned. What's gonna happen to...
All right, let's go to the ending. But first, I'm gonna just stop the recording because it's been going on for like an hour.